Hey, what's going on, everybody? This your boy James from What's Your Forte. As y'all can see, I'm up in the car. Just to give you a slight update. Been driving the car a little bit, and the steering does feel better. It does seem to be fixed, so that's a good thing, right? So I know you all have seen the thumbnail, so let's go ahead and get right into it, man. So today's video, of course, is going to be about whether I'm going to tune my car with these new tuning options, and we're going to talk about that today. So a lot of you guys may have seen it if you follow any of the BMW tuners on Instagram or any of the social medias, or you in any of the forums. You would have seen all of them announce it last week. You know, 2020 DMEs, Supra, BMW, G80s are now tunable. Contact us, contact us, contact us. So when I first saw it, I got a little excited. I was like, oh yes, we can tune these things now. And then as I started reading more into the detail is when I was just like, this seems to be a catch. There's a catch here. So the catch is, for those that may not know, you're gonna have to remove your DME and ship it to some company overseas. And that company is, nobody knows the name of it. I mean, there's been a couple people who said maybe it's FemTool, maybe it's some other companies, but as of right now, no one's officially came out and said we're shipping it to X company that's located here in this place. No one has officially said that to my knowledge. If there is, please let me know down below, so you can let everybody else know. But to my knowledge, no one has came out and said that they are going to ship it to X company. You know, so it's kind of sketchy, to be honest, because I want to know if I'm giving you my car, you're taking my DME out and you're sending it somewhere. I want to know where it's going. For me as a consumer, me as this my personal vehicle, I want to know where it's going. So that's one thing that's a little kind of about it. Two, because this is a flash. This isn't like something like on when you use BM3 or MHD. You know, you can hook it through OBD or Bluetooth or however way you connect it, and then you know you can go in there, do revisions, do quick flashes, all that. This isn't going to be that type of solution. This is going to be a DME flash. They unlock it, put that on, and it looks like they lock it back, and then they send it back with the new software on it, whichever the new tuning software is on it. So at that point, it's like, you know, if you get your car back, they put that, whatever tune they put on it, whoever you go through, they put that tune on it and they don't like it, you're pretty much screwed. Not necessarily, you're not screwed, you just have to do that whole process over again, and I'm sure it's going to be a charge if you want to do a revision. So that doesn't necessarily interest me a whole lot. I don't want to have to go through removing my DME and going through that whole process every time. And right now, most people are saying the turnaround time is about it can be anywhere from a week to 10 days, 7 to 10 days pretty much. So 7 to 10 days is a long time to be without your car, especially if this is your own car. I know I saw on some of the forums people saying, who buys a car in this price range that doesn't have an extra car? Well, the new M3 is designed to be your everyday all-in-one car, so to speak. Especially like the M3, you got 4 doors, it's got 500 horsepower, it's pretty good on gas, and you know, you can pretty much do almost anything you want with this car. You can take it to the track, you can take it to the grocery store, you can pick up kids, you can carry your friends around with it, you can do everything in this car. So for some people, this is the ultimate daily driver. So you may not have another car. So, you know, you got to be without your car for that long. So that's rental car fees, or if you Turo or however you want to do that, or Uber it everywhere if you need to go somewhere. And then you're going to be without your car, and then you may get your car back, and then whatever tune they put on it, which I'm going to get into that a little later, you may not like it. And then you're going to have to go through that whole process again to get it either reflashed back to stock or whatever, because right now no one currently in US that I know of is able to unlock the DME besides Mission Performance. Speaking of Mission Performance, I'm gonna get into that right now. So Mission Performance came out a couple of probably about a month or so ago, maybe 2 months ago now, saying that they had the ability to unlock DME. They just didn't want to release it to the public because they didn't want anyone to steal what they had worked on so hard. And I understand that you don't want to steal your hard work, but they should have been the ones doing this to all these companies, not this random company in Germany. I don't mean to call them random. You know, if they happen to see this video, I'm not necessarily saying you're random or anything like that. No disrespect. We just don't know who you are. Company X. We refer to as Company X. So, you know, Company X, we don't know who you are. We don't know how you're doing this. And, you know, we just don't have a lot of information. So that's going to make everybody's eyebrows be a little raised when it comes to this type of situation. So Mission Performance should have done this. They should have went out. Like I said, I don't know if they had or they did submit this option to people and they just said no. You know, they should have went out to, you know, your DME on Arcade Tunes and some of the other companies that are doing this. They should have went out to them and be like, hey, we have the ability to do this. We don't want to steal what we're doing, but you know, we'll flash for you on your behalf. So I'm not sure why they didn't do that. I'm not sure, you know, what goes on with the legalities with all that, but this should be Mission Performance doing this, not Company X and overseas. At least for us US based BMW owners. So, you know, it's crazy, man. I saw it, I got a little happy, and then once I started reading into it, I got unhappy pretty quick. So to get into what tunes and what flashes that I've seen rumored to be on this. So, you know, I don't want to call out certain companies, stuff like that. I know I kind of mentioned a couple already, but I know there's been a rumor, not necessarily rumor, I've seen on various comments here and there that the tunes that they were going to put on the DME, that they were going to send with the DME to this company to put on this DME and flash the car, is going to be based off the X3M and X4M. So that right there is another red flag to me. So if it's going to be based on the X3M, X4M, even though it is a S58, it's still a different engine. The engines that are in the X3M, X4M are different from the G80 and G82 S58s. Those two S58 variants are a little different. There are some internal differences between those two engines, and then also you look at how the intakes and the inlets to the turbo and everything are routed in the X3M, X4M versus they are in the M3. It's totally different. So, you know, you're gonna have to, I mean, I guess you can safely run a conservative X3M tune, X4M, just to make sure that it will work on that G80 M3 or G82 M4. But, you know, you don't, I mean, if you're gonna tune the car, there's no need to be super conservative with it, because you're talking about maybe 550, 580, you know, horse, maybe 600 torque at that point, which are really considerable gains. Hopefully, you know, they got the maps worked out where it'll run smooth and the transmission won't have any craziness with it. But I mean, I'm pretty much getting that power now on the race chip. So it's like, you know, the race chip, if I ever want to go back to stock, I just pull it off. You know, people are getting more power than that on JB4, even with alternative gas, you know, with some ethanol content. But still, you're able to get that now without putting a flash that's not even really built for the car. And the car may not run smooth, it may not work right, it may not respond right to an X3M tune on a G80 M3 or G82 M4. There hasn't been a lot of information released yet. Now, once more information is released and we get that information and how they're basing this base tune, what they're basing off of, if it is the X3M, X4M, and how they're getting their information about how they're tweaking it to make it fit the G80s and G82s and all those cars, you know, I'll be happy to see that information and do a reanalysis once we get that information. But as of right now, I'm not really seeing a whole lot of that information, so it's making me kind of, I don't know if I really want to do that, you know. And me as being a G80 M3 owner, you know, right now, I wouldn't do it. I would wait until one, more information comes out. Two, you know, somebody's gonna be the guinea pig. I hate to say it. Somebody's gonna do it first, and we're gonna want to see numbers. We want to see how the air-fuel ratios and all that stuff, and see how the car drives. And if it's successful, then these things are gonna fly like hotcakes, I think. Well, maybe not, because now let's talk about the pricing. So I've been seeing out there, this is gonna run anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 to get this done. And then if you need to do any revisions after that, you know, it'll be like half of that, maybe like $1,000 or whatever for a revision. So, you know, I know a lot of you guys may watch my boy John Thick Whips. He just got his pure turbo put in on his car, and they ran about 7 to 10 different revisions, maybe even more than that, just to get his tune right. When you're doing like these tunes and you don't really have anything like a base map or anything to really base it off of, it could take a lot of revisions to get it to run right. So can you imagine doing 10 revisions at $1,000 a pop? That's a lot of money. And then you may only be at like 600 wheel, and you can get that with a JB4 and some E, you know, E50, E30. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you start looking at what you get bang for buck for money, dollar for dollar, and it's not looking good, you know what I mean, until we can get a more convenient, more cost-effective option to get this tuning done. You know, that's just my 2 cents on the matter. And me personally, I had a couple people asking me, was I gonna do it? No, not right now. I'm not gonna do it right now, until there's more information out, until I feel more comfortable. Basically, I'm pretty much probably gonna wait realistically to MHD or BM3 comes out with something. You know, I want something convenient where I have a little more control. I can take it to my shop, Your Empire, and we can do some stuff, and we can do some fully quick flash tuning. And if I need a laptop to do the flash tuning, that's fine. But I would rather want a more convenient option where we as the consumer have a little bit more control over the car, do some customizing with burbles and stuff like that, because that's another thing too. You want to customize burbles, you want them off, on, you kind of want to tweak it. You're not gonna be able to do that once they do this flash. Like you can tell them kind of what you're looking for, and they can put that parameter in there. You get it back, you don't like it, you're gonna have to send it back to them for them to fix it again. You're not gonna be able to do that yourself. We've been kind of spoiled with all the options we have to be able to tweak those things ourselves. You're not gonna have that option with this way, the way they're doing this. So it's really, you really have to have faith in the tuner that you're gonna get to do this. You really have to have all faith in them and knowing and just believing whatever they're doing. For me personally right now, I'm gonna hold off. The race chip is fine. It adds adequate power for me. And if I really want to get spicy, I can go get a JB4 and play around with some fueling, do some stuff like that. If I really was going to get impatient and just really wanted the maximum power right now and did not want to wait. Because I know there's a guy, I know Steve Samuel over at Euroclass, you know, his G80 is looking real nasty right now. I'm not going to reveal everything he's got going on, but definitely go check him out. He's got a lot of stuff going on with the JB4, doing a lot of big things over there. I think I just saw on the forums where I think it was VTT. What was it? Is it VVT or Vargas? We'll just say Vargas. Pretty much they have upgraded turbos. They get to run, I'm thinking, like an E60 blend, like a custom JB4 map they did with Burger Motorsports, and they was able to get like pretty much 6'1", 60 to 130. I mean, so there's people out there pushing the envelope on these piggybacks right now, and you're able to get good numbers, and you have a little bit more control using the piggyback than you would doing one of these flash tunes. So if you're interested in doing any of that kind of stuff, I would say go that route. If you really just can't wait and you feel like the G80 is just so slow, which it's not, and you just really need more power right now, so you can start beating up on your friends pretty much on the streets, I would look into what stuff that they're doing and copy and mimic that, because you just get more flexibility, you get more power, more control from yourself versus relying solely on company X to make sure they're doing the right job, you know. So that's just my opinion. That's just the way I look at it, you know. And I felt like I needed to say something about all this because I am a G80 owner. I am making content, and I had a lot of people asking me whether I was going to do it or not. And I just feel like I just want to respond, you know, to anyone that is doing it. If you are doing it, comment down below. I like to see what your thought process is around doing it. I'm not gonna laugh or not gonna joke about anybody doing it. It's just my personal preference. I wouldn't do it at this point, but that doesn't mean that it's dumb to do it. I understand people that want to do flashes and want to really just go ahead and get that done. You know, I understand it, you know. So do whatever makes you feel best, you know. When I put the race chip on the car, a lot of people was laughing. Why would you put a race chip on the car? Blah, 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 blah. Race chip sucks, this and that, this and that, this and that. But some of those same people now have the JB4 or now have a race chip. You know what I mean? So it's just like, can't really listen to what everybody else is saying. I'm just putting my opinion on it. And that's kind of how I feel, man. Just put my opinion on it and do whatever makes you feel best. Whatever's gonna help you sleep better at night, do it, man. You know, that's what I say. So that's my 2 cents on the matter. You know, I'm happy that progress is being made. Since they're doing this, I know it's only gonna be a matter of time before, you know, MHD, BM3, and the rest of the other companies actually have an option themselves to be able to unlock and be able to do what they need to do, man. And when they do, man, it's gonna be nasty out here, man. And I'll be able to hopefully get my revenge on Thick Whip, you know what I mean? once we get everything tuned up and ready to go, man, because I don't know, man, I'm gonna have to really turn it up because he just put those upgraded turbos in, and it's getting spicy over there. So I'm ready to turn this thing up myself and see what this S58 is all capable of, man. But that's gonna be today's video. I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate all the support that I've been getting so far. I really do appreciate it. It's been lovely. And that's gonna be today's video. Please like, comment down below, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if there's anything else you want to see or want to hear from me about, just let me know. And with that, I'll holler at y'all later, man. Peace.